So now we are going to make a hollow square, right? Here you can see we are having the hollow square which we are going to print, and here this problem is going to divide it into again three parts. This is the first part, right? This is the last part, and in between we are having one code which is going to repeat itself, right? So first of all, what we are going to do, let's initialize a number with a particular number 5, and after that what we will do, first of all we will print star how many times, these much of times, right? After that, at the end as well, I'm doing the same thing, but in between I'm going for a for loop for I in range, and if I'm talking about the range should be, let's suppose, number minus 1. Okay, like 2 4 6 7 2 4 6 7 means it should be equals to that. So let's do one thing, and after that let's print, because in the beginning we should have a star, I'm writing a star. After that, at the end I should have a star, I'm writing the star. And in the middle I should have the multiple spaces, right? And let's write plus in between, otherwise it will add some random spaces. So now if I'm executing it, here you can see in the beginning I'm having 5, in the ending I'm having 5, and in the middle as well as I'm having 5. But how many values I will want? I just want 3 values. So instead of num, I will write num minus 2, because one line is already covered, another line is also already covered. That means out of these numbers we are having 2 lines already covered, the top one and the bottom one, right? So what I need to do, I need to subtract 2 out of it, so that I will get equal values, like 5 star in rows and 5 star in columns. Now here I need to add multiple spaces. I have just added one, but how many spaces should be there? So the spaces should be, we have added 1 star in the beginning and 1 star at the end. What should be the total length? The total length should be 5. That means if I am subtracting 2, which is the starting and ending, from the total length, I will get the number of spaces. That means I am subtracting, I'm multiplying it from, I'm writing from that particular number, I'm subtracting 2. And now let's execute it and check if everything is working correctly or not. Yes, now everything is working correctly. Now let's do one thing. Let's change the number to anything else and see if everything is still working correctly or not. And everything is still working correctly. Now, if I want to add space, that we have seen earlier, right? In the beginning, you have seen we are having spaces here. So in the beginning, I'm having the spaces in this particular line. So how I can add spaces? I will add space here, because this line is printed from this particular line, so I'm adding space here. So similarly I need to add the space here as well. And now if I'm executing it, this is what I am getting, because I have added spaces in these 2 lines, but in these lines I have not added any space. So what I need to do, I need to add extra spaces in these lines as well. Clear? Because in these lines I have added extra spaces. So either you can add extra space here, or you can add here. You cannot add in both of them. What will happen? Let's suppose if I'm using in both of them. If you are using it in both of them, you will not get the same result, right? If you are using it in just one, you are getting the value which, okay, it should be, okay, the value space bit that should be added is here, because this is the main space that we are having, right? This space should be doubled, so I need to add a space here. And now if we are executing it, this is the perfect square that we are getting. And if we are adding a space here as well, the shape is distorted. So either you can use here, or you can use here. Okay, but if you are using in both of them, it will not work. So let's run this, and this is the perfect square that we are getting. Let's try with a different number, just 3, let's suppose. And for 3 I'm having a small square, and for 5 I'm having almost a perfect size square. And what will happen, let's see, if I'm adding comma instead of plus. So if I'm adding comma instead of plus, these values will get distorted. Why? Because this is a string and this is a string. If you are not writing a comma, that thing will be as it is concatenated like this. So these things will be as it is concatenated. If you are writing a comma, it will add an extra space between that. Like earlier it is this, then it will add an extra space. So to get rid of these extra spaces, we are using just concatenation operation, just a plus one which will concatenate this with this, and after that means whatever value we are getting from this, it will concatenate it to this. So yes, if I'm executing for the last time, this is the perfect square which is hollow you can make using Python. So yes, thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next one.